Potters, do you love your plants? You better make some pots. I've been doing a lot of that. Whole series of videos last year doing the big scalloped ones. Last week, some strawberry jars. Okay, this time, how about some sgraffito decorating on some terracotta with the white slip trailed on. This time, very simple form. Great way if you're a beginner to practice on flower pots. If you like growing the plants, you can give them away, whether you're working with half a pound, 3 or 5, whatever's comfortable. But here's my madness behind the method. Okay, these take up too much room in the kiln. So I take this one, I put it upside down in there, and I can put another one of these right inside it, or something like this, and make great use of the kiln space. Okay, I'm Jeffrey Road Kohut. This is my Potter's Journal. Let's see what's going on in the studio today. Okay, these plastic bats have texture. As long as there's some clay in them, the pieces will stick. A little bit of moisture helps it out. Push it into the center. If you missed the first time, slam center. Okay, so you don't wear out your wrists. It's off a little bit there. Or better yet, try to aim for the center next time. Okay, so the one I was showing you back in the greenhouse was 2 pounds of clay. We are going to move up now to 3, but as I said, whatever feels comfortable to you to throw with. They could make, if it's this is just a hobby for you, or even if it's for selling, you can make small ones, put little succulents in them, or cactus. And bigger ones, well, I couldn't say what to put in the bigger ones. So being in the greenhouse and nursery business, I've got enough of growing and watering plants at work. The last thing I want to do is come home and have to water a plant. I did some orchid pots this year. At the first day at the farmer's market, I thought, oh no, what am I going to do with these? That's all I heard was, what are they? What are they? What are they? But after that, the question went away. After that, I started selling them. Okay, and somehow after day 1, everybody knew what they were. Okay, I am going to open up a hole in the bottom for drainage. Sorry you won't see that. Just push my finger down. Just a quick video today. I didn't think to set up 2 cameras for that. Okay, so I'm bringing that in a little bit. And I'm not very good. Nobody ever taught me how to throw. That I'm bringing this up by putting pressure between there, at least the first pull or 2. But I'm always so afraid it's going to get out of control that I'm always supporting the top. Right between there. Always supporting the top so it doesn't go wild on me. Oh. Even trying to reach way down there and do a second pull up like that. Just so afraid. I never learned how to do a rolled rim either. So as a crutch, I just leave it thicker at the top. I went to university. I don't remember anybody ever teaching me. I remember being told, make a bowl, make this or that, and it's something you learn how to do yourself. And I think that's the secret behind Simon Leach's teaching method. Practice, practice, practice. So since we are going to do some slip decorating on the outside, I want a smooth outside slip and sgraffito through the slip. And you know, this is, I don't want it to come in, I want it to be flare out just a bit. Okay, clay down here. I don't want to, well, okay, if that's all you can do, trim it off down there. But I'm going to take the rib and push under on the outside and push down from the inside, and we're going to get and use all the clay that's down there. Why trim it off? You'll just have to recycle it from the reclaim bin. Okay, and using the rib, I made a mess of the side, so let's clean that up. And this one is bigger and taller than the others, than the first batch I did. I don't want, since these are going to be decorated, and you know, I do prune a little bit off. And being in the nursery business, you've maybe noticed I never say trim, I always say prune, and then smooth it off. So the regular flower pots we've made flare out. This comes kind of straight up because we want to be able to see the decorating that we put on the side. And although I fire my terracotta up to cone 1 or 2, gives it it's a little bit stronger, gives it better color. Not quite. Okay, it's breathing. It doesn't breathe quite as well because it's fired higher, but it means you don't have to water so much. Okay, and we will put a band of slip on here. The scalloped edge, traditional shaped flower pots with the scalloped edges have been doing very well. So this will just be something else to throw in with it. And I'm not sure if maybe I'll take the white slip up to the top. Not the top, but below the lip there. Okay, and we'll scratch the decorative part through later, but while it's on the wheel, now's the time to do a couple of bands. Alright, we will let this stiffen up overnight, and I will then cut it off the bat tomorrow. If you don't cut it off, they do dry and pop off these bats, but I don't like to do that. It could cause the bottom to crack. Okay, so we'll be back in the morning to do this sgraffito. And now this flower pot with some slip on it will have some sgraffito. These actually are different than my other scalloped rim in that this is made to fire inside the other pots so that they can stack one on top the other. I'll show that yet. So let's get to the sgraffito part. Now, I did a fairly extensive series of videos last year on my scalloped rim flower pots in all different sizes, 5 pounds up to 15. And I even did a little bit on the strawberry jars. So this year we'll just touch quickly on the strawberry jar, and we won't miss out on throwing this in too. Okay, and that is really all I'm going to do. Just a very simple sgraffito. We're not going to go crazy coming up with different designs that nobody likes. Or that they can't decide which they like, or that they'll say, oh, if you had the other one. It's just going to be very simple. One and one only. And that's doesn't really look like a heart, but that's what it is designed after. And okay, these, I never do this, but these were out in the sun drying. I'm trying to dry them very fast because I need them to put inside the others as spacers. I need to get them made and on the shelf for sale. And now I do want you to see the color fired and how I stack. Now around the side I had stacks of smaller and stacks of smaller again, but it's how I stacked one inside the other on the big ones. And the spacer that we put in there. Okay, and here we go. This is what a lot of this kiln load was about, is the strawberry jars, chicken and hen jars, herb jars, whatever you want to put in them, whatever you want to call them. I fire terracotta to code 1 or 2, so it's a little higher than normal firings. And down in here we've got the orchid pots, which I don't think I'd mentioned those yet. But this, okay, we have got a big one. If I put inside the big one, might just get stuck in there. So that's where we put the spacer. That's where we put the spacer. Fired upside down and able to raise it so that the other one doesn't get stuck in there. And I'm not sure. We'll find out at the market if people go for a terracotta pot. First, it's kind of low and wide, and with the white, okay, sgraffito in it. I think they're nice. Okay, I think they're nice. And that allowed us to get one inside the other. I'll say it again so that they didn't get stuck inside each other. That, here, let me demo that. If this would have been down in there, it wouldn't have fired. It might have not worked at all. And the next size is the 15-pounder. Oh, I can't even lift this out of here. The next one is the 15-pounder, and there it is. They are big. They are big. Okay. Hey, I've got all my plants out now except for the peppers. They really like it warm, so we'll get them out this week. Now, one of the big ones, my biggest fan for these was another farmer at the farmer's market, a floral grower. Well, they told me they wanted it for planting a tomato in. So I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought herbs or geraniums. But how about that? A tomato plant. Okay, stop back and see what's going on in the studio next week.